This is a quick demonstration how to execute the bobble on the pattern The Way From Brighton, which I'm completely obsessed with and I've made several. So the first, if you're looking at The Way From Brighton and you have your instructions up, it says make bobble. Okay, but before you do that, it says using the backwards loop method, cast on 4 stitches. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so when I do a backwards loop, I just like to kind of wrap it around my finger like this, and I'm going to cast on 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. Okay. So there's my 4 backwards loop cast on stitches. Now on the first stitch in the make bobble instructions, it says to knit 1. Okay, it says to knit 1 through the back loop, knit 1 through the back loop, knit 1, all in the same stitch. Okay, so that is, if you count those, it's 5. So we're going to, this is our first one, so you can count to 5 as you're executing this. So this is 1, and now it says go through the back loop. So we're going to go through the back loop of the stitch. So this is 2. Now I'm going to go in through the front, and this is going to be 3. I'm going to go in the back loop, acrobatics. This is going to be 4. Okay, we're getting a little tight here. And then I need 1 more through the front. Oh, I don't want to split the yarn there, be very careful. All right, and this is 5, all in the same stitch. Okay, so now that I'm done, I can pull this off and we can count. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Okay, then it says to turn the work. So now we're going to turn the work like it says. Okay, make sure everything is turned properly. Then it says knit 5. Okay, well my yarn's in the front and I want it to be in the back so I can knit these. So I'm just going to turn around, and even though my yarn is on the wrong side, it's not a big deal. This is just to build bulk in this bobble. Okay, so I'm going to knit 1. And these are twisted, so they're kind of hard to get into, so you have to be patient. So this is 2, and this one will be 3, and then my tail's getting in the way. This will be 4, okay, and this will be 5, just like this, okay. All right, now it says to turn the work again. All right, well, let's swivel this around this way and let's get it all straightened out. It's kind of a big mess. All right, there we go. Okay, now it says we're going to slip the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th stitches on the left needle. That's this one by one over the first stitch. Okay, so this is the first stitch. So we're going to slip this one, and I'm going to hang on to my first stitch. This live yarn kind of acts like a leash, so I can hang on to it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this guy here. If I can get in there very carefully. You can see how frustrating these can be. All right, I've got one. I'm going to slip him over the first stitch and off the end. So that's the first. Here comes the 2nd, and the 3rd, and the 4th. All right, so, oh, so cute. There's a little bobble just like that, okay? But now it says, using the backwards loop, cast on 4 more stitches. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to make another bobble. So we're going to execute 5 all in the same stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Notice how I'm holding all of these stitches on with my fingers. Guess how I learned that lesson? 5. All right, now we're going to turn the work and we're going to knit 5. So I'm going to knit, which means my yarn should be in the back, so I'm going to move it there. Now I'm going to knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, knit 4, knit 5. All right, now I'm going to turn the work again. Let's get everything straightened out. It's kind of slipping around on there. All right, now we're going to do the fancy little pass. We're going to slip the second stitch. This first one's always hard to get going. I can dive in there. Ugh, got it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, there we go. Now, what you're going to do is in the body of it, you'll end up binding off the next 8 stitches, okay? So let's bind them off. Okay, so we're knitting 1. You have to have 2 stitches in order to perform a bind off. So, all right, there's 2. Okay, so now we're going to bind off the first stitch. That's 1. Then we're going to very carefully knit another one, and then we're going to bind off number 2. Then we're going to knit another one, bind off number 3. Here's our next bobble. We're going to knit the next one, and then we're going to bind off, and this is number 4. We're going to knit the next one, and then we're going to bind off. This is number 5. Knit the next one. This is bind off number 6. We're going to knit this one. This is bind off number 7. We're going to knit this last one, and this is going to be bind off number 8. So as you're starting, I'm just going to pass this one over here so that you can kind of see what we've created. As you're going along and making these baubles, you're going to have a big long chain all on your needles, and then you're going to have a bunch of these guys hanging off because you create these at first on the cast on edge, and then you go back and you'll make these on the other triangle side. And you can see I have this really cute little fringe that happens, okay? So I have a bobble here and a bobble here, and it's just hanging by this cute little chain, just like that. So I don't want this pattern to intimidate you. I love making this one, and it's very simple to do. And just come back and revert to this video so that you can remember how to make the baubles as you go.